Good morning, everybody. Actually, good afternoon. It's about 2:30. So I've already had my breakfast today. I'm currently at work. I'm working till 7 PM today, and then I've got a leg session. So I feel like I haven't taken you guys through a leg session in a while, or I haven't taken you through a workout even. I've just shown you kind of glimpses and kind of parts of the workouts. So today I'm going to show you a full leg workout. I'm going to explain how I'm doing things at 6 weeks out of my competition. So 6 weeks out of my first competition is in Cardiff UK BFF Welsh Classic event. I'm excited to do it. I've been dieting for a while now. Alright guys, you guys know how I like to structure these videos by now, and I will walk you through the leg workout. I will show you the leg workout, but I also want to tell you how you should train on a cut. The ways that training should be different from when you're bulking, and just generally what I do personally while I'm in this cut. So while we're here, I'm going to hit you with the first tip, and it's going to be throw out your bro split, throw out your bodybuilding split of doing chest, back, legs, shoulders, arms, or whatever you may do. Hit everything every 48 to 72 hours, every 3 days. Okay, not every 3 days, every 4 days I would say. So the way I currently structure my training is I do a pull session, a push session, a leg session, and then a shoulders and arm session. The reason why I don't do push-pull legs like most people do is because I find that if I do a pull session before my legs, my back's quite sore and there's a lot of pressure on my back while I'm trying to squat. So I've swapped the push and the pull around so that I do the pull first and then the push, so it gives my back a little bit of a break. Then I can go a bit harder on legs. I also add a shoulders and arms day in, guys, because when I'm doing the push session, I feel like I need to hit my chest a little bit more because it's quite a weak spot. And then in doing so, I feel like I don't hit my shoulders as much as I should do. So therefore, I add that extra shoulder day and the arms day because I need to bring up my arms as well. So that just adds that frequency. So if I do my pull, push, leg, push split, that allows me to hit every single body part at least twice a week. Sometimes it's even 3 times a week. So for biceps, triceps, it's actually 3 times a week. For chest, it's actually 3 times a week. So that frequency is key. So train more frequently is going to be my first tip. In natural athletes, you guys might have heard this on the channel before, but in natural athletes, protein synthesis, which is the ability and the time that you build muscle after you work out, after you break down, only lasts for 72 hours in natural athletes. So if you're natural, like me, train everything every 72 hours if you can. Today is a good day. Changing my belt is too loose. Train heavy, so I always start heavy. I always start with the power movements. Sometimes I switch, but more often than not, I'm sticking to these power movements: heavy compound squats, deadlifts, bench press. So train heavy, keep that muscle. So my next tip, everybody, is going to be as you've just seen me do. So I did heavy singles on 160 today, so for me that's heavy singles anyway. So my next tip is going to be train as heavy as possible when going into a cut. A lot of people will often just resort to going to high volume, doing their supersets because they want to burn fat. when really you should be focused on keeping the muscle. So my next tip is going to be train heavy and keep heavy for a long period of time. So I'm 6 weeks out now, guys. I'm still trying to lift as heavy as I can. My 1 rep max is 185. I hit a 180 squat maybe 4 days ago. This is my second leg session, so I've backed off a little bit. Keeping on 160 just for singles, did 5 singles, so that's still very, very heavy. Trying to keep it as heavy as I can to make my body keep that muscle. Because, for example, if you're at 180, you're always squatting on 180, you have enough muscle to squat 180. As soon as you drop below 180, start doing, you know, 140 for reps, higher reps, and you keep doing that, you're actually going to get better at doing lighter reps rather than heavier weight. The heavy weight is what's going to keep the muscle. You're not going to build too much when you're in a deficit, but heavy weight is what's going to keep the muscle. So, next tip, train heavy, and then break into your hypertrophy, break into your high intensity like I'm doing now. Moving into those leg extensions where I did 15, 20, 12, 10, 10, 20. So that's quite a lot of reps. And I did exactly the same for the hamstrings. And now I'm gonna do some split lunges, split squats, whatever you wanna call them. Leg up on the bench, you'll see right now. And then something else after, you'll see. Guys, I should not be doing this in these shoes because they're too soft, they wobble. See how those squat shoes, nice and stable, keep your ankle still.
And that's still the wrong way. Wrong way.
I love to throw in like plyometric type stuff, which is very functional movements. Use a lot of core, use a lot of muscles at once, and get the heart rate up. It's towards the end of my workout. I like to absolutely blast my legs for some reason, and then go back to a heavy compound to finish. So I'm probably going to finish on maybe some pause squats, hack squat, or leg press, depending how I get through this next round. Because you can tell, it does bring your heart rate right up, pushes loads of blood into the muscles, sets me up for that finisher. So I love to finish heavy. I love to finish, not necessarily heavy, but like it's heavy for the moment. I love to finish hard. I love to feel like I've pushed my body to the absolute maximum. So I feel doing pull squats at the end of doing heavy squats, at the end of doing 6 sets of quads, 6 sets of hamstrings, and then 5 sets each of 40 reps on those high intensity ones that you saw, plyometrics, and then going straight to pull squats. I feel like that's just going to push my body to the end, and those last 2 sets they really have, so I'm going to do 3 more to make it 5 sets, and that's going to be me done. In fact, no, I'll be doing 5 sets of calf raises as well, and then that's going to be me done. So I'll give you a little physique update. I feel like I'm leaner. Hopefully you can tell by the video that I'm a little bit leaner. I'm obviously going to go compared to the last time I did a physique update. Getting much more vascular in my stomach. I'm still holding a lot of fat in my back, guys. You might not be able to see it, but I can see it for myself. I'm really holding a lot of fat in my back, so I'm still keeping my foot down on the pedal. I don't want to slow up at any point right now, so I'm just going to keep it moving. And that's it for the physique update. So I'll see you guys back at home for my final meal, and I'm going to wrap up this vlog. So peace, everybody. These 2 people here, right? I prep both of them in one way or another. We work together, prep both these guys, and in terms of that, in terms of what we're doing right now, we're all doing cardio, right? Guy in the middle, he's bulking.
Asserted.
Guy in the end, he's also cutting. He's going to be in the same competition that I'm going to be in, guys. So shout out to him, Tom Sanders on Instagram. I'll put both their links here. Don't you worry, I've got you guys. We got the team. And so the guy in the middle, he's bulking, but he's also doing cardio. So let me explain the cardio part of my training. For one, we taper up the cardio. We don't want to go all at once. So I started on no days a week for a couple of weeks, went up to 1. This is the same for Tom on the end. Started on 1, went up to 2, went up to 3, and eventually now I'm on 4, and he's on 5.
Yeah.
5 days a week that he does cardio as well as weight training. And my man Kurt here in the middle, how many times do you do a week?
Twice.
Twice a week. So in terms of cutting, me and Tom, all that cardio does is it increases our deficit, so we'll lose weight quicker because of the amount of cardio that we do. We're putting ourselves in a deficit for a longer period of time. For Kurt, all that does is it gives him more room and more room for eating more calories. So He can burn off a couple hundred here on the treadmill a couple times a week. That gives him, you know, 400 extra that he can eat a week in order to keep the body functioning well, and also to train your heart, the most important muscle of your body. So do not forget the heart, otherwise you're fucked. I'll see you at home. What's up guys? So actually I got back around 9:45 and it's currently 10:30, as you can see, but not focusing. And I have a meeting right now with a business that I've talked about every now and again. So I had to rush through my dinner, didn't film it, but it was 130 grams of chicken, 35 grams of pasta, mixed vegetables, and 30 grams of feta. I like to leave my fats towards the end of the night so I can play around with my food a little bit more. And then I can kind of choose if I want more carbs. If I'm feeling drained, I can have more carbs. If I'm feeling fine, and I can just have more fats and I'll be fine. I'm gonna have to leave this video here today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment down below with what you want to see next. And by the way, I am currently in the process of making a Q&A video, so if you could please post any questions that you have, any queries, anything that you want to ask about absolutely anything with my life. Doesn't have to be about fitness, can be absolutely anything in life. Please comment down below and I'll get those questions answered in the next video probably. So please give the video a thumbs up. I'll give you a thumbs up back. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace everybody.